Hi, this is Anne from the Useless Crafter. Thanks for joining. I am so excited to do this one today. So we did Grinch the other day and we did him at 35 inches. And then I saw this candy cane and it's so slender um, that I thought it would be perfect for off the mat. So when you're doing off the mat, we always need those little quick wins, right? Ones where you're just not going to see the seams. And sometimes that means making it only 11.5 inches, but all glitter and all pretty. So like if you did Belle, you might want to do Chip at 11.5. And people are going to be so wowed by it because it's so pretty and glittery. But there wasn't anything to it, right? It was literally just a cut and then you glued it on. So with this one, I always talk about file selection being really important to help you hide the seams. So when we did the Grinch, I saw this and I thought, oh my gosh, it's perfect because, think of, I like to do most of my images at 30 inches. So when you're doing 30 inches, sort of split the file into three. So here's the top third, middle third, bottom third. So if we're doing 30 inches, for instance, everything is going to come out, everything else is about 10 inches, which means you don't have to cut anything. You don't have to slice, these huge images. You can actually just cut it through the Cricut. So when I saw the Grinch, I thought it was perfect because even his face, if you see this little green part, is a piece by itself. So that means this whole big thing can go up to 11.5 inches and I don't have to slice anything. So it was just really good. I think we had to slice the bottom. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we did. And even when you're slicing, you have to slice. It's okay if you can minimize the lines, right? So like if you sliced here, the legs are just tiny. You might not see the seams as opposed to slicing right across his belly, right? That would just be one gigantic seam that is going to be pretty noticeable. But anyway, so we already did the Grinch and now we're going to do the candy cane. When I looked at the candy cane, what I saw was my biggest challenge is going to be the bow, the green bow. Either this one bow will be too wide and I might have to slice, or more likely that I would have to make sure that the length of this doesn't exceed 11.5 because I don't want to slice. I want this to be my wow piece next to the Grinch where people are asking, how did you do it? It's so huge. So let's make this proportionate. The Grinch, if you remembered, we did it at 35 inches. So I'm going to punch in 35 here. And let's reduce this screen size to 25% so that we don't have to scroll up and down. I have to admit, I normally don't do a lot of prepping before I video. I kind of just go off the cuff and I figure whatever issues I run into, you might run into them in some other project and you want to solve them anyway. So that's why, or that's my excuse anyway. But I already know that I want to do the bow at 32 inches. And so these pieces, if you think about it, 32 inches and 35 inches, that is a 3-year-old. I mean, it's sizable. So if you're doing this for a birthday party, I mean, for this one, it's Christmas, right? But if it was some other image and you were doing this for a birthday party, this would be gigantic and be amazing at the cake table, for pictures, all of that. If you right now see this on my screen, what I did was, because the colors are so similar, and this is a project I'm going to cut both of them, I'm going to do the candy cane on my actual Grinch project. So if you see over here, I already moved, I missed these two pieces. But here's my Grinch at 35 inches already. I kind of grouped him and moved him to the side. I only brought him in here so that you can get a size reference. These two are going to stand next to each other and they're going to look fabulous at this size. So let's delete the Grinch. And basically at 32 inches for this candy cane, the only thing I need to slice is the black background. So it is gonna look seamless because look how little of the black there is. We could probably like slice it you know, like right here through the red. So the red will cover it. Another one through here, and you're just barely going to be able to see the seams. Okay. Now I do know that we don't have a solid black background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and I'll show you what I mean if that sounds crazy. Let me ungroup it so that you can see what this looks like. So when I take this out, I don't have a solid black image. I mean, technically it's okay, you don't need it, but I like it so it just gives it a little bit more stability, and I'm also gluing or taping this green onto a solid black background. I like that extra step. And you're not wasting paper because you would have cut the outline, which would have left you a funky, you know, uh, like funky leftovers that you're not going to use again anyway. All right, so because I moved this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to weld it. And when I weld it, it's all going to turn one color, and there's my black background, okay? And then this one is the one that I'm going to ungroup and move everything over. And this one, I just want to make sure everything is within cuttable size, which it is. See, that one is only 4 by 6. This one is 5 by 4, basically. This is what I'm so excited about. It is 4 inches across and 11.3 inches down, which means when I go to cut this, this is going to be on one. It'll fit on one piece of green glitter cardstock, and it's seamless, and it's just going to look so amazing. So basically, I'm going to take this black, and I'm going to delete it because we don't need it at all because we have this solid black background. Now, the way the designer did it, I did buy this file on Etsy, is that because he did not have a solid black background, all these little black dots, he cut them. We don't need them because now, with these holes in and over the black background, let me move this to the front, you will have that black like that. So let's get all these black dots and just delete them. Oops. Let me move. I'll move those out of the way so that I can grab these 3. And grab these 4. I might have some problems there. Okay, oops. I took an extra piece with me. So let me move that red out of the way. Okay, there. Now, what I'm probably going to do is all these pieces are cuttable. I don't need to do anything with them, but I'm putting them back in order because when we take this off the mat, it's a little bit easier when you know, oh, this white one goes here, and depending on the shape where it goes. So I'm kind of just putting everything back so that when we go to piece this together, it's a lot easier. And I think I switched that around, right? Yep. Okay, I mean, this one's going to be so easy. I mean, it's such a great win. All right, so what we need to do is we need to bring in our square. So this is all done. I'm just going to move this over to the side a little bit. And I do want to keep these separate. So this is going to be my candy cane, because if you ever wanted to cut just the Grinch, you could just, you know, hide this and then go and cut the Grinch. I'm going to be cutting them together. I am going to make these 2 different greens, so I'm going to have to figure out where my other green glitter cardstock is going to come from because I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. You're already going to have the red match unless I can find a different red. So, all right, here we go. Let's insert our square. We're going to make the square 11 inches. And we're going to add another one. Because we're slicing, what you want to do is you want to make the squares flushed because we're going to be slicing one cuttable piece at a time, okay? So this is where I do like to use the position feature. position feature, you designate the X coordinate and the Y coordinate, just like you did in math back in the day. So here's our X. Here's, so for instance, let's move this square. Let's make this square at 21 and 4. And I like to kind of just stick close to whatever numbers that were there. So what I'm saying is on the X coordinate, sorry about that. On the X coordinate, we are moving over 21. So we're going all the way over to 21, and then we're going down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the start of our square. So if this square starts at 21, and I'm going to move 11 inches over, 21 plus 11 is 32. This is where this needs to be. Now, if you see, because we're kind of already close by, this is already at 32 and a half. So you don't need to really do the math in your head. If you put it close enough, you can just round close to that number. And it was already perfect at 4. All right, so I think the way this is going to work is, let's duplicate this one. I think, does this all fit in one? Oh, it does not. Okay, so let's highlight these two squares, duplicate, so that I don't have to make them flush with each other. I just need to make it flushed with this one on top. All right, so make this 21, make this 15, and that should be flushed. And then hopefully, let's duplicate that and see what we have. Okay. And we may not use all these squares, okay? So let's go up here, 21 and 26, and that should make it flushed. Now, what I want to do is I want to go over here, take my candy cane, and go to Arrange and Send to the Front. And now I'm kind of looking, where am I slicing things? You know, where it is right now, I don't love it only because this little piece is kind of small. Here, sorry, let me make this bigger so you can see my screen better. We're just looking at where it's slicing. Because we know everything is being covered, I'm not too concerned, but I should have been. Okay, so let me upload the candy cane again. And I'll tell you why I'm doing it. So let's make this smaller. Let's go and make this 32 inches. And we're just going to put it right over our other one, okay? And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to see where my seams are cutting. So here, I kind of don't like it because there's the black showing when it doesn't have to be. And let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so what I'm saying is if we slice it the way it is right now, it's going to come straight down here. And look, this black seam is not being covered by anything. This is okay because the green is covering it. Same here. And here is a great spot. But like I said, we don't need this here when we can move everything. So what I want to do is I want to grab my candy cane in the back and my candy cane in the front, and I'm going to move it. All right, if I move it here, look at this. Now I only have this little seam up here because this white is covering up this whole seam. The green is good, and the green is good over here. And over here, I'm still good. Oh, I have that little black right there, which I don't like that idea. But other than that, oh, and it's cutting a little bit there. So what I'm going to take this whole thing, and let me see what it looks like on the bottom. Okay. All right, so let's move this up a little bit. Okay, so now our seam is here, the black, which nothing we can do about. I don't really like that either because there's another seam right here. Let's see what we have down here. Let's move this all the way down to the bottom. So we have a seam up here. Kind of want to move it over a little bit. Okay, so now this is cutting through right here. It does cut through there. We have all these seams right here. But I feel like, okay, let me see if sorry, let's reduce this. Because this is supposed to be our wow piece. I really want it to be as seamless as possible. So I'm kind of rotating it, seeing what I have here. So if I do that, all right, if I do that, this green covers it, but then there's this big seam right there. Okay, I'm not happy with that either. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this a little bit more because I'm starting to see a lot of green. All right, let's see. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, so this seam is coming down the red, being covered by the pink and the green. I feel like if I move him over a little bit more, there. Okay, and move this up a little bit. Maybe move it down a little bit. Okay, what do I have here? So here I'm cutting through the white, through the green. Oh, but this whole line, I don't like that. This was supposed to be our easy piece, but you know, it's okay. It is our easy piece, and we're gonna get it to be so seamless. It's gonna look amazing. Darn, it's like just a little bit annoying everywhere. Okay, let me see there. Let me move this just a little bit more. Okay, so, oh, is that, hold on. Okay, so if we're cutting through, I don't like that. That's too close to the thing. Okay. Oh, we're too close there too. Okay, so I think this might be good. Let's see. No, I don't like that. Oh no. Somehow it came apart. Our two candy canes. So hold on. Let me grab this candy cane and this one. And because I want to move them together. I think we were getting too fancy. Okay, this looks kind of good. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I think I like this. So this is cutting through right here. So our white's covering it, our red's covering it, all this green. Let me see if I can move this down just a little bit more. Oh, that's a lot of black right there. Darn it. Okay, let me see. Let's move this up a little bit. Okay. I promise you, I'm almost done. I'm almost over this. Okay, I think we've got it. So, this is what we're doing. This seam right here is covered by the red and the white right there. It's cutting through the green right here, and it's all covered by the red, covered by the green. Coming down, we're covered by the red, a little bit of the pink, and the rest is the green. This little cut right here, I'm not excited about that, but oh, it's barely gonna hang on. Oh, let me move it up a little bit more. So, candy cane, go grab the other one, shift, there. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. Let's see how much I can move it up. Is that good? I know, I'm just splitting hairs right now and I'm just hating myself. See, I feel like that's so good right there. How about here? Let's see, so this is cutting, this thing is in 4 pieces. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's go back to 25%. Let's move this one out of the way and let's start slicing, okay? Here we go. So slice, we can only slice 2 items at one time, so that's 1 square and the image itself. Okay, and so 1 square and the image by itself. You can move over here, slice this, slice this, and this will be sliced by itself. So let's move this and see what we have, okay? This is, oops, so this is together. Oh my goodness, right here. Okay, we're gonna deal with it because I'm done slicing. See those little pieces? I hate that, but it's okay. All right, a couple things we want to do. This piece right here is, let's see how many pieces it is. It's 3 pieces. So, and I don't want them to cut like this. That means all this is wasted space. So what I want to do is I want to separate them. I want to separate them into 3 pieces. So when you want to separate it into 3 pieces, you need 3 duplicates or 3 images of that. So here's 2 and here's 3. I'm going to go to contour and I'm going to hide all, and it's going to leave this big middle piece, okay? So here's my big middle piece. Go to the next piece, contour, hide all. I'm going to select this one. I want this one. I don't want this one. And there's that piece. And then I have 1 more left. Okay, hide all. When you hide all, one of them has to remain active. Otherwise, the whole image will disappear. So you want this piece and you want to deselect this one. All right, so there we have it. We have this piece now. It's all separate. This piece is separate. And this piece is separate. And I think we had 1 more like that here. So this is also 3. So here's my second copy, third copy, contour, hide all, and saving the long piece. So here's my long piece. Let's go to the next one, contour, hide all. I want this little piece here. Deselect this one. And there's my little one right here. And then I need that middle piece. Contour, hide all, get that one, deselect this one, and now we have it all. Oops. Now we have it all. I'm going to save this project as Grinch 35 and Candy Cane. So if I ever wanted to go back and just do my Grinch, I also have it saved on the other one. 32 inches. And the reason why I put the inches is because if for some reason, I don't know, let's say you had it up and a little kid tears off this little red piece over here, and I don't know, you couldn't find this project or whatever, or you couldn't figure out which piece, I don't know. You just go and you have your measurements. That's my point. That was a horrible example. Okay. Our slicing results. We don't need any of it, so highlight it and delete it. So let's save. And that's it. So let's go to make it so we can see what it looks like. And so all our white's going to be on one. I'm going to make this 12 by 24. So that way I don't have to move. Oh, it still didn't let me do it. How about I make this 12 by 24? Oh, it just didn't do it. How weird. All right, so we're going to have to select each one and move it. Unless they're two different whites. Maybe that's why. Let me cancel and let me go see what this looks like. So let's highlight one of these. And when you go to change the color, oh yeah, there are two whites. So it's basically the white of the Grinch and the white of this is two separate colors. So let's make them all the same white. My recording button is hanging over my panel over here. So I have a hard time switching panels. I'm going to see if I can do it. No. Okay, there. So this is all my colored panels. So I'm glad I'm seeing this because I'm going to move all of my reds together. I'm not going to make these different colors. I move all my whites over and they're going to be one white. I guess the only other thing that I could do is not to make it so matchy-matchy. Maybe my candy cane I'll make white, but the fur of his coat that's white, I'll make silver because you don't want it to match so much. So actually, I think that's a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out. I'm going to come back to it because I didn't save it. So I'm going to customize and I'm going to replace. Okay. So let's do that. I like the idea of the candy cane staying a pure white because that's what we're used to seeing. But the fur of his coat, I will keep it silver. So let's go to the panel. This is the candy cane right here. So this, I wonder if I can select this. I can't. But what I can do is I can grab this one. I'll make that one gray or silver. And then I'm going to move all this fur up. This is from the Grinch. Everything of his is going to be gray. So that's why even the blacks are different. How funny is that? Okay, so all my blacks, this is the black background. They're all going to be the same color black. My red, I could make them different reds. I do have two different shades of red, but I'm going to make it all one red. I'm going to make that pure. Okay, but the green I'm going to keep separate. He's going to be a different green. This bow doesn't have to be green actually. This bow could be another color. And then here's this magenta color. So, that makes it interesting. We could make the bow blue. I'm trying to think of another Christmassy color that will really shine bright. I would normally do gold, but I feel like the gold won't shine as well. So what would be cool is I do have two different shades of blue glitter. So I can make the center the lighter blue, and I can make, oh no, what did I do? Undo. I wanted to make this center. I'm going to make it blue, and then I'm going to make this dark blue. And so now, where's the other blue? This one. Okay, so that's what my candy cane is going to look like. The red of the candy cane and Grinch is going to be the same red. The greens are going to be different. Oh no, there is no green. He's going to be green. I'm going to make this a light gray as opposed to the white and the candy cane, and I think we're good. So I'm going to save this now. And I'm going to go to make it. And I just want to see what everything looks like. So this, you can move up. You can save some space so that you can have more usable silver glitter cardstock next time. So you can go down here. Oops, sorry. You have, 3 by 12 right here, and you have 3 by 12 over here. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, 3. The white, I would probably just move up a little bit. And that way you have a 5 by 12 piece next time. You could probably even do better. But you see what I'm doing. I'm just making it a little bit more efficient. Saving my beautiful glitter cardstock. Yeah, this is better. So I just have more for next time. Okay, here, we can definitely do better here. Does that go? No. I need a more slender piece. There we go. So, oops. Oh my goodness. I even had breakfast. I try not to film or video until I've eaten so that I'm not cranky and get lazy on some of my pieces. Might do that. Who knows? And then that way I can bring in more pieces. So one of the tricks that I like to do is, this is only 2 pieces. So I'm going to select on this. I'm going to move to another mat. I'm just going to select one of my other mats. And then I'm going to go back to this one, bring this piece over, and bring it over here. And then now I'm going to go to this piece and make it 12 by 24. So what that does is I don't have to move all these pieces over to the same page. So I can, do this, and it looks like I have to move one more over. For some reason it took that other one and made it its own mat. This is probably better if I did something like this. So instead of this being 3 pieces of red glitter cardstock, I'm making it 2. I'm going to move this one back over here. And I don't know, maybe I can even save some space and make it really good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, don't do that because that's going to cut over each other. But you see, I mean, we can, and then you can even save some more cardstock there. Okay, our black. Our black, we could definitely consolidate some more, like, because there were some really thin pieces, right? Like this one doesn't need to be by itself. So we can definitely reduce that. The yellow is just the 2 pieces. The green, I think we can probably consolidate definitely to 2 pages. This doesn't need to be by itself. This, so select on it, go to the 3 dots, move to another mat. I would definitely move that. This could be better, but you see what I'm saying. Let's see, this blue, nothing we can do about that, but this one we can make better somehow. I mean, you just want to make this so that it's more usable next time and easy to manage. So like the next time I use this blue, I have basically half the page left, right? Oh, no, because I should put that all together. So make this 12 by 24. Hopefully, yep, they all go on one. Here we go. There. So it all fits on one. You still have a little bit over here for like eyes or something next time. Excuse me. And that's it. All right, so I will see you after I cut all this and for us to piece it together. And it's going to be an amazing Christmas decor piece for your house. All right, thanks guys.